Did they
Imagine a
follow us?
time when neighbor spied on neighbor, and a single whisper could change the course of a nation. The birth of America wasn't just fought on battlefields, it was won in the shadows, by unsung heroes whose identities were their deadliest secret. This isn't just history, it's the thrilling, true account of clandestine operations that secured America's freedom, a story deliberately erased from public memory until now. Before the Culper Ring, Washington faced a dangerous truth. America had no real intelligence network. Every move was blind, every decision a gamble. British occupation tightened its grip, and sudden attacks left American forces scrambling. Washington knew that without information, the war was already lost. To fight in the open was one thing, but to fight in the shadows required something entirely new. Enter Benjamin Tallmadge, a young officer tasked with an impossible mission: build a spy network that could outsmart the greatest empire in the world. Tallmadge's vision became reality in the form of a hidden alliance. Ordinary citizens turned silent warriors. They operated not with muskets, but with messages. Their tools were deceptively simple: dead drops hidden beneath loose floorboards, coded letters buried beneath everyday chatter. Invisible ink became their unseen sword, messages written between the lines, only revealed with fire or reagent. Abraham Woodhull, a farmer by day, became the lifeline of the ring by night. He risked everything, riding through enemy patrols with secrets stitched into his coat. Anna Strong, a quiet woman with a loud message. Her clothesline became a code: a black petticoat for danger, white handkerchiefs for meeting points. Robert Townsend lived among the enemy, a spy hidden in plain sight inside British-controlled New York. Every word he overheard became ammunition. Each message traveled through countless hands, across rivers and battle lines, never spoken aloud, only whispered in ink. One mistake meant death. One misplaced letter could unravel the entire operation. Yet they persisted, silent, unseen, unstoppable. The Culper Ring didn't just collect secrets. They changed the course of the war with every message that made it through enemy lines. In 1779, a single warning stopped a planned British ambush that could have wiped out entire continental forces. Their intelligence revealed enemy movements long before the British could act, turning surprise attacks into strategic retreats. One of their greatest triumphs came when a message exposed a plan to seize Washington himself. Without it, history might have ended differently. But nothing compared to what came next, unmasking the most infamous traitor in American history. Benedict Arnold had already begun trading secrets to the British. The ring's information helped reveal his betrayal before it was too late. Their warning led to the capture of Major John Andre, Arnold's British contact, shutting down a plot that could have shattered the Revolution. Without these spies in the shadows, the war might have been lost in silence, not gunfire. For decades, their names were buried, erased to protect families, methods, and a fragile new nation. Even after the war, Washington insisted their identities remain hidden. Secrecy was the final shield they were owed. Only centuries later did historians begin piecing together the silent network that altered the fate of a nation. The Culper Ring wasn't an agency, it was ordinary people doing the impossible, armed only with ink, courage, and trust. Their methods, covert signals, codes, dead drops, paved the way for American intelligence long before the CIA ever existed. Today, their legacy lives not in monuments, but in every secret operation built on shadows and silence. These spies weren't soldiers or legends. They were citizens who chose risk over silence. They proved that intelligence isn't just about power, it's about timing, trust, and sacrifice. Their bravery reminds us that history isn't shaped only by generals, but by those willing to remain unseen. Freedom was never just won, it was quietly protected, line by line, message by message. Today, their spirit lives on in every silent operation that shields a nation from the unknown. And now that their story has resurfaced, the question is ours to answer. Will we remember the shadows that built the light? History doesn't always leave monuments. Sometimes it leaves shadows, whispers etched into coded letters, invisible ink, and silent courage. The spies who shaped America didn't ask to be remembered, but they deserve not to be forgotten. Because in every era, freedom has its guardians, some seen, most unseen. And as new threats rise in the world, one truth remains. The first war for American independence wasn't just fought with muskets, it was won with secrets. So the next time you hear the word patriot, remember the ones who never signed their names, never stood on a battlefield, and never sought glory, but changed the course of history from the shadows.